The attacks of birds of prey are no less spectacular. Like the battles of various animals, these feathered hunters are capable of the most incredible tricks in the fight for their peace. In this issue, we will look at various bird battles and simply incredible cases related to birds, in which, by the way, predators do not always come out victorious, but we will not get ahead of ourselves. You will see everything in order. A camera installed in the dovecot filmed the appearance of a falcon, which often visits to hunt pigeons, although this time it did not fly in for a dove, but to dine somewhere with a parrot caught. In these shots, a barn owl flew with prey caught in its claws, which was noticed by a pair of hawks and wanted to profit from easy prey. One of them clung to the owl and the birds fell down. The owl did not want to part with its prey and for some time even tried to resist against larger birds of prey, but realizing that there was no chance to win back its prey, the owl resigned itself and left its prey to the hawks. Even a rather large poisonous snake can become a prey for a hawk, for example, a rattlesnake, and for such a hunt a bird of prey uses a special strategy. It spreads its wings, provoking a snake to attack, makes the snake miss and uses its formidable weapon, sharp claws and beak. To cope with a hawk for a snake is an almost impossible task, but to climb into the nest and feast on the chicks, it will not be difficult for the snake. Fortunately, the hawk with his keen eyesight noticed the approaching threat in time, and threw the snake off the cliff into the abyss. In most cases, birds are predators that feed on other animals. Most of the birds are carnivores and their diet consists of other birds, mollusks, amphibians, fish, but the most amazing thing is when birds eat their own kind. This seagull killed a pigeon and is trying to swallow it whole. Here is another similar case. A seagull caught a dove right in the city fountain and eats it in front of tourists. Here are some more videos demonstrating the cunning of seagulls. As it turned out, they eat not only sea fish and crabs. Flying foxes have one unique feature: they are able to quench their thirst right in flight. For this they fly as close as possible to the water surface, sliding a little on the water, but such flights sometimes end unexpectedly, because underwater crocodiles are not picky at all and are able to devour anyone who can be captured. Next, let's look at the hunting of Caranx ignobilis, which is a big fan of eating seabirds. Caranx ignobilis is a species of marine ray-finned fish from the scad family. Caranx ignobilis is widespread in the Indo-Pacific region. The maximum body length of these fish reaches 170 centimeters. In order to be eaten by this fish, birds do not even need to land on the surface of the water. These large fish are excellent jumpers and are capable of jumping out of the water for several meters, grabbing low-flying birds. Another video demonstrating the bloodthirstiness of seagulls. It was filmed in France. The seagull began to crack down on the dove. Not embarrassed by the many people around, one girl wanted to save the dove, but the seagull grabbed her prey and hurried to hide. This dove had no chance, and the seagull successfully completed what it started. Another fish that can eat a pigeon, or even a chicken, is catfish. In these frames, you can see how the catfish creeps up to the shallow water, where the pigeons have gathered to drink water. At some point, the catfish picked up a suitable chance to attack and grabbed a pigeon that approached it. Cranes are forced to cross the dangerous Himalayan mountains every year. and harsh weather such as snow or wind is not the worst thing that can happen on the way. Cranes are frequent prey for the fearsome golden eagles that live in this region. Here is an example of such a hunt. A pair of golden eagles noticed a crane lagging behind its flock. The collective attack of predators did not leave the crane a chance. The first golden eagle disorientated the bird with a blow of sharp claws, and the second completed what had been started by grabbing the crane's neck with sharp claws. Further, quite funny shots, a woodpecker against a squirrel. Woodpeckers have a very interesting strategy, hiding nuts and acorns in old dry trees, hammering them into rotten wood with their beak. Thus, the tree turns into a real safe with goodies, and now it has to be constantly protected from other nut lovers. This squirrel did not even suspect that these nuts belonged to someone, and therefore even tried to defend its right to a tree, all studded with nuts, but the woodpecker, who spent a lot of time and effort on creating such a hiding place, nevertheless convinced the squirrel to get away from this tree with his attacks. Here is another moment of the attack of a bird on a squirrel, though this time the squirrel said goodbye to life. In its first attack, the falcon misses and flies past the squirrel with its claws, but the subsequent attack still allowed the bird to cling to the rodent with its claws, and complete what had already been started on the ground. Who would have thought that an ordinary chicken could give a fitting rebuff to a bird of prey, such as an eagle or a golden eagle? But it turns out that a chicken with chickens does not take courage. The predator thought that a couple of chickens would be easy prey, but it was not so. The chicken rushed to protect her offspring with all her fury and courage. Here is another similar case. The falcon quickly realized his mistake, that he should not have messed with this brave mother. Friends, support the video with likes, write your comments, which confrontation surprised you the most, and we went to prepare a new episode of Animal Battles for you.